Welcome to this episode of my Women Empowerment Wednesday show. My name is Jessica DSB. Enjoy this episode.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Women Empowerment Wednesday. I'm super excited and happy to be with all of you. Welcome to everybody that's going to be watching live. Once again, my name is Jessica. I am a mom, 2 times best-selling international author. I'm an entrepreneur, a passionate world traveler, and I'm also the founder of the Women Empowerment Wednesday show. Welcome to all of you. What is the Women Empowerment Wednesday show? If you're just joining me with this conversation this week, this Women Empowerment Wednesday show was created last April. We are now at episode 38, super excited. And we are having weekly conversations with a special guest that are empowering, touching, inspiring, not only to have the conversation with me and the special guest, but we want to have this as a movement. We want you to bring these conversations in the lives of the people that you care about. So join with us in this conversation, interact. If you're watching live, hello, Pili. She says, hello, beautiful ladies. If you're watching live, type live, replay, type replay. Let me know what you like best about this conversations and what you'd like to hear in the next coming weeks. Just a few things I want to share before I introduce our special guest this week is that thank you for everybody once again that are following me every week, that are, live with us. And really thank you for everyone that was on last week. It was a special moment because if you've been following me, I am doing a special series of 9 weeks of flight attendants, special guests. And last week and the week before was a flight attendant on the show. And we really created something special last week. So I really want to say thank you for everyone that joined and watched the replay. Once again, my book, if you haven't seen any of my posts, it's perfect. 365 Empowering Stories, co-author. It's all these short empowering stories you can watch, read a story a night. Is super easy. All I'm doing is collecting the sale money of the book is $20, and I'm donating all the money to my dad, my stepmom, my little sister with cerebral palsy. She needs a special machine. It's $32,000, and with the sale of my book, I will be able to give them a total of $10,000. So thank you for everyone that's already purchased the book. If you haven't got your book yet, message me or just share my post. Any help helps. So thank you in advance. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Kelly. Welcome to all of you that are watching live. I'm super excited. And last thing I want to say before I introduce our special guest is I'm currently working on a huge project, which I haven't found on the internet that's existed before. I'm creating a book that's going to be flight attendants only. I'm not giving any more details, but if you want more information, if you ever thought of becoming an author, be part of a community to empower other people, message me and I'll be able to give you all the details, but all the last little details are coming out, and next week I'll have all the information for you. So stay tuned. All right, special guest today, Miss Fatou. I didn't even ask you how to pronounce your last name. Woohoo!
It's so you don't pronounce the W, it's just so what?
Awesome. You see, again, you don't have to be perfect to be doing Facebook Lives. It's awesome. 8 years as a flight attendant. I had the pleasure and honor to work with you. Always a pleasure and fun. Born in Senegal, raised here in Montreal. Woohoo! Entrepreneur and passionate about fitness, travel. Oh my God, follow her Instagram. We'll give you all the details later, but if you want to travel and have all the good places to go, and passionate about hair beauty. So I cannot wait to have our conversation today. Welcome to the show, Fatou.
Thank you. Thank
Yay.
you.
Welcome, welcome. Hello, Shirley and Robert. Welcome. I am so excited to have all of you join this conversation. What we're going to talk about before we go into the topic of today, have everybody hear a bit more about who you are. Let me hear from you. You want to share a bit more about who you are, Fatou?
Oh, yes. So, I'm sorry, I'm like, is she talking to me?
Talking to you.
All right. Yes, of course. So yeah, like you mentioned, my name is Fatou. Started flying with Air Canada in 2012. Mm-hmm. So I've been with Air Canada for 8 years, sorry. And yeah, pretty much I became a service director 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And what can I say? When the pandemic happened, like everybody, I felt like I pretty much lost myself. I didn't know what I was going to do. It was a pretty traumatic experience. Like, I mean, not just for me, but I guess for everybody else. But yeah, excuse me, what do you want me to?
Oh, it's all good. It's perfect. We're gonna get into the conversation, and then you'll share about your life, but it's perfect. So hello, Amelie. Welcome to all of you. If you're watching live, type live in the comments, and then type replay if you're going to be watching replay. What we're going to talk about today, if you haven't seen my post, is we're going to talk about reinventing yourself through these difficult times, how to be resilient, because again, we're all going to go through difficult times, and especially now it's a whole world difficult time. It's just not a one personal person going through that tough time, and we're going through it on different levels of difficulties, right? So we're all in this together. And again, why am I doing a flight attendant series is because we were the most impacted industry. And I feel that our being a flight attendant is something that people don't know that much about what we do and what we've been going through the last year. Like you just said, we're all going through different difficulties, but it's going to be a year that I haven't worked. And some people are still messaging me, oh, are you back at work? No. You know, February 26th is going to be my 1 year. I have not been flying in my uniform in the job that I love, right? So it was important for me to have the flight attendant series to share our stories and how we use this difficult times to reinvent ourselves. So I want to hear from you because you've started your business. You've done a lot of incredible things in the last year, but let's take it back.
Let's take it back. Yeah.
Take it back.
Let's take it back. Okay. So, like we've spoken before, my mom was diagnosed with cancer back in 2009. And for 8 years, she was going to treatment on and off. And unfortunately, like in those times, she was a very proud person, first off, and she never wanted people to know that she was sick. So the way for her to hide it was through makeup, through hair, wigs, etc. And at that time, unfortunately, she couldn't really find wigs like for the like. There is like some foundation, non-profit organization, that actually offer you like to have wigs, like Belle Bien dans sa peau, but they do not have those for people of color. So it was very hard for her to find something that was suited for Black people. So at that point forward, I started basically buying the wigs for her, and then I started making the wigs for her back in 2015, 14. And then it just became pretty much a passion. Like I never knew I had it in me. I don't have any experience like in hair or anything like that. I was just watching YouTube videos. I was like, Mom, let me make this wig for you. Wow. So that's pretty much how I started this thing. And unfortunately, in 2016, she passed away, and it was very rough, very rough. The grief that I went through pretty much lasted, like, it was a whole year that it took me some time to, and people would see me and I always have this big smile at work, like always. But people don't know that when I lost my mom, I went through a very rough patch. Like, behind closed door, my husband was not here. Like, when we got married, it was still a long distance relationship. So he was in Africa, I was here in Canada. So I pretty much kind of went through this. I felt alone.
Yes.
And I started drinking a lot. Like, it's not something that you talk about with people. They see you and they're like, oh, like, she's fine, like, she's back to work. But no, I went through a very rough patch. I started drinking a lot, smoking a lot. Anyways, it's all behind now.
No, but it's important to share this, because as I was sharing with you, this show is real and raw, and social media can sometimes portray this image, oh my God, Fatou has it all, like, she's beautiful, she's married, she's traveling. But no, like, you went through this tough time. So I think it's so important. I know it's important to share all of this, right?
Yeah,
it's okay to share it.
Yeah, no, honestly. And I like, in that same year, I lost my grandmother, and then I lost my dog. So yeah, absolutely, it was rough. And then I found myself, like you say, you kind of build something out of grief. So from that rough patch, one day I just said, you know what, that's enough. I cannot just continue to go over like this. Like, of course, it's painful, but one day you just have to pick yourself up and say, you know what, that's enough. Like, the life continues, like, the life is not on pause. All this time I'm wasting, like, crying, being angry, being sad, destroying my health. It's time that you cannot get back.
Right.
So at that moment, it's crazy. I put myself on to become a service director. I was like, you know what, that's a new challenge.
Right.
And it's something that's, it's gonna change my mind of things. Unfortunately, it didn't. And then that's when I said, you know what, why don't I build something out of everything that I went through, and why I started making the wig. So I launched pretty much the company, Amala Virgin Hair. Yeah. And it really did take my mind off things. Like, really, it's challenging, when you're starting a business and everything. But once again, it was something I was doing part-time. Yeah. So yes, I was like, I'm affiliated with the foundation. It's called Cure. So basically, I'm giving 10% of my profit to them, and then they kind of help people going through cancer. So at that time, in 2017, when I started, basically I was doing that. I was giving like some of my profit to Cure. I was giving sometimes wigs to people who cannot afford to buy wig. And and then when the pandemic happened, I was like, no, I cannot, just become an entrepreneur. I won't have any income. It's a startup business.
Right.
But then you realize, but if you don't do it today, when are you going to do it? So that's where I feel like this year, 2020 was a good year to basically reinvent yourself. I had so many options. Do I go back to school? Do I find myself a job that I might not like? No, I said, you know what? Now is the time to start the business. And that's how I started.
Okay, I'm going to pause you because we have comments and I want to read the comments. So Hello, Steve. Hello, Anna Maria. Robert's watching live. Hello, Valerie, Anna, Joanne. Oh my God. Alisa, welcome. Tasha, hello. She says, hello, ladies. Welcome. I am loving this. If you're watching live, type live and interact with us. This is great conversation. So what we're talking about is, she shared about how the company started, which is super inspirational. Like what you did for your mom, like, wow. Like as if like as a mom, like to have your daughter do this for you is just such a gift that you gave her. So really acknowledge you for doing that. And on top of it, you're building a business and you're giving back because you saw your mom go through it and you want to help others to feel that beauty, right? Because when we're dressed up and the hair is done, we feel beautiful, right? It's good for the head and the mindset. So good job for doing that. And so when we talked a few days ago, you said, well, the pandemic happened. We got our layoff letters on June 7th. And you were like, yes, we were sad. We were angry. We were going through all these emotions, right? Like worried. Oh my God, how long is this pandemic gonna last? I love my job. Like, I want to be back. And then I remember us sharing flight attendants were not too good with the normal schedule. Anyways, I'm not. If you right 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, oh my God. And I know people that are watching can relate.
Yeah
So a lot of adjustment for us and a lot of brainstorming. What am I going to do next, right? Hello, Joe. Shirley says great conversations, very inspirational. Thank you for being there. I love you, girl. And so you said, I refuse. I will not stay in that state. So why was it important for you to not stay in that state at that moment?
Yeah, because once again, like I mentioned, you do not get back the time that you wasted being in that state. And then you have to come with the mind, like you have to change your mindset. Basically, it's all about your mindset. My mindset wasn't right at that time. And then I feel like when the pandemic happened, because I started working on myself after the grief, that's why I was better, basically not better, but it was hard for me to take it, but comment je pourrais dire ça? C'était moins difficile à ce moment-là.
You were equipped with better tools.
Yeah, with a better mindset. Exactly. First off, the fitness. Some people who actually know me, follow me on Instagram, know that the fitness was a big part of it. When the pandemic happened, every day on Instagram, I would post my workout and ask people, did you train today? And when you look at it this way, if you're not a fitness person, if you don't exercise regularly, you're just gonna be like, oh, whatever. Like, is that really important? We lost our damn job and you're asking me if I worked out today.
Right? And we see all your nice muscles lifting those weights and we're like, oh my.
Yeah. But then people have to realize that, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's true. Like, Fatou, come on, people lost their job and you're asking us if you worked out. But honestly, you have to realize how good it is for your mind. Not only, it's not just about your physical health or your physical body, or it's more about how you feel inside, how it makes you feel inside. And I feel like the first month after I lost my job, I feel like this really helped me. We were locked down. So this really helped me go through this. And then from there, I really started putting 100% of my time in the company. But it's not only that, it's also to, what would I say? To also like cut any negativity. Like first off, like I was talking to you about our discussion board. Like you read so much negativity, it drains your energy. So at that moment forward, I said, you know what? I'm not going on that board again. I'm not flying. Why would I go and read yes, you have to be educated about what's going on. We have company emails and stuff, but you have to cut like all this negativity that you're actually reading, because that drains a lot from you. So that moment forward, I said, you know what? Let's work out, make a plan. Like what are your goals for your business? And then what are you going to do today? Like even if like we're home, like make a schedule. Okay, at 10 a.m. I'm going to do this. At 12, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work on my content this Wednesday. I'm gonna, so it's really to keep your mind off thing and try to, turn the negativity into positive. Basically, your mindset. Work on your mindset, and then everything you tell yourself every day is what's gonna break you, or like you have to be kind to yourself. Like you have to talk positivity to yourself. Like even if you have to go in front of the mirror, you know what, you can do this. Do it.
I'm laughing, but it's something that I've told myself my whole life. Even my little sister, if she's gonna watch this replay, Vanessa, I was telling her whole life, she's like, you're crazy, sister, you're crazy. I'm not gonna look at myself in the mirror. And I swear it works, okay? And it brings me to, I was listening to a podcast this week on Audible, Mel Robbins, and she was talking about self-love and that little voice, okay? You have to name that little voice. And she was like putting an image out there that she's that mean girl, you know, those movies, that mean, like blonde, blue eyes, thin little girl, that mean girl. That's that little voice, and it's always going to be there, and it's not nice, right? So you have to be aware of that voice and be like, this is not who I am. This is not the state, the mindset that I want to be in. It takes work, guys. I'm sharing this with all of you, but I'm talking to myself because it's daily work. I don't wake up and that voice is there. It's always there, but I choose to not let it take over, because like you said, the time that we have right now, it's gone after. We're not getting it back, right? So we have to move forward, even though it sucks. We're not at work. We're not having fun with our colleagues. We're not in Paris having, the champagne. It sucks, right? But we have to make the best out of what we're going through right now. Shirley says 9 to 5 is not for her either. So I knew people are watching could relate. She says, love you too, Jess. Hey, Marie, Jahera. Hello, beautiful lady. Shirley says, so true, Lydia. Shirley says, mirror work is amazing. Mel Robbins is great. I'm telling you, I was on Audible. I can't remember. Start here. If you want your next read, start here. She has a few podcasts. It's really interesting. So you chose to turn to fitness, and I was sharing with you, oh my God, I was the one saying, no, I didn't work out today. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't work out. But I didn't sabotage myself. I didn't allow to be like Jess, like it's wrong. You're not working out and she's working out. I didn't allow myself to be in that state, because I knew that what we were going through, we're all going it through differently. And I was focusing on other things, and it was just a matter of time. I would work out again, or the gyms would reopen, or like I was saying, now I'm taking daily walks outside. So by the end of the day, we forget how fitness really plays a huge role. And it doesn't have to be the big weights and the big workout, right? Could just be walking every single day outside. It's beautiful today, the big sunshine outside, right? So you continue to do your fitness, and then you focused on your business, right? And you were like, the 9 to 5 is not for me. Right?
No, but, honestly, I knew that a long time ago. I knew I wasn't meant to.
Right.
Some people actually like 9 to 5. It's okay. Yeah.
It's great.
But for myself, like I was telling you before, Air Canada, I couldn't keep a job more than a year because I would get bored.
Right.
Because it was not challenging enough for me, because it was, the same thing, or the 9 to 5, or, I knew back then that I wasn't meant to work a routine job. And I did different training. Like I went back to university. I was like, oh, I'm going to do international relations, because like I was mentioning, I love to travel a lot. So I was like, oh, I would like to, study in the field of business that would allow me to actually travel. And then I didn't like political science. So I was like, what am I doing? And then I said, okay, you know what? Maybe if I can study to become a nurse, or préposé aux bénéficiaires. I don't know how you say préposé aux bénéficiaires. It's attending. Wait, what's the name?
Somebody watching now knows préposé. What is it in English?
Bénéficiaire.
Oh my God.
Yeah, anyway, so
Right.
you know what? I went back to school, didn't like it. Did the
Right.
proposal beneficiary course, didn't like it. And then I worked many like small jobs, didn't like it. And then Air Canada happened. I was like, wow, that's the dream job. That's that.
Why is it the dream job?
That because it just gives you so much flexibility. Like you can, it's literally a lifestyle. You can do pretty much something else on the side, like I was already doing part-time. And yeah, so now that I lost Air Canada, I know that I'm not gonna go and waste my time like back in 2010, back in 2011 to see if I like something else. I know what I like. Like I found my passion. It's, of course I didn't know I had that passion, but I ended up finding like a passion, and I'm working towards growing the company and giving more this year. I keep forgetting that we are in 2021 already.
A lot of people are not forgetting, I'm sure. Right? Hello, Carmela. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. Pili says, I love you guys, and this is so amazing. Thank you for being here. Like, it's so amazing. It's like we're in this conversation all together, so it's great. So you talked about follow your passion. Mm-hmm. How important it is to follow your passion?
How? Well, I mean, you have one life. And time flies. Like when we say time fly. And I know for a fact my mom passed away at 48. And like I love my mom a lot, but then at the same time I said I don't want to be like her. Like in a sense, yeah, she's a strong woman and everything, but she never really followed any passion. She never really did something that she started a few things that she really enjoyed, and then she stopped because, well, society dictates you some kind of, comment je pourrais dire ça, kind of dictates you how you should live. And we're African, like we're Senegalese people. I'm Senegalese, and she grew up in Senegal, so for her the life is, you know, she was staying at home doing like small businesses here and there, but nothing special, nothing wow. And she passed away at 48. And then when you look back, what did you really accomplish? What did you really do? Nothing much. And she told me, like she would tell me, oh, you know, when I was your age, I wanted to do this. When I wanted to do this, you know. And then you realize when that time passed, you cannot get it back. So me looking back, I'm like, you know what? If I want to travel, I'm sorry for people against travel, but I'm gonna travel. If I want to work on this company, even if I don't make a dime right now, I'm still gonna do it. You know what? Because that's my passion. That's what I love. That's what I like. And I don't want to be 50 years old. I don't know if I'm gonna get cancer like her at 45, or actually she was diagnosed, she was 40. So yeah, I'm 32. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to look back and this happened and then I cannot do it anymore. I cannot just no. So,
this is powerful what you're sharing now, because it's so true. And I'm gonna do a special shout out to Frank, who lost his wife this week, one of our colleagues. And you know, again, really my sympathies to all my colleagues, her friends and their family. And we never know. We never know when is our last day here. So I think it's so powerful what you're sharing, is to use this time, this difficult time that the world is experiencing, to really reinvent yourself, look at yourself in the mirror and say, who I am, what do I love to do, or what do I want to start today, right? So many opportunities for you to do that right now. Let me just read a few comments. Carmela says she misses you ladies. Love you, girl. Isabel, welcome. Shirley says 48. Yeah, your mom was 48, right? So young. Oh my God. Tasha says, it's so good to see your beautiful faces again, having these conversations to empower women. This takes galley talk to the next level. Oh my God. This is what happened last week. I was like, I felt I was somewhat like back at work because we were all like having that conversation together. So thank you for creating that with me, Fatou, and all of you ladies and men watching with us today. So if you're just joining now, what we talked about in the beginning is really using that time to reinvent yourself, focusing on the positive, turn grief into positive, follow your passion. Really, really, really important. And did we say something else? I'm just trying to see my notes. I'm sure we said a lot of other things. Following your passion. There's so many ways. So my question to you, other than fitness, is there other ways, other things that you do that will transform your mindset?
So many things, but like this podcast,
yeah,
is everything. My sister is actually doing the same. She has another group called Girlfriend Level Up.
Oh,
and,
love it.
And this just like to interact with other people, like just to know you're not alone. You are going through something. Well, probably there is 10 other women who are going through the same thing. And maybe if you guys discuss, if they give you like their ideas, or if they give you, you like you were mentioning, about the health. We had this discussion where you were saying, don't be scared to ask for help. If you are going through something very like a rough time, you can find other women who will be able to give you the help, who will be able to lift you up. No, you cannot really rely on people to get better. Like, it's a work that you have to do within yourself, but you can get help to, to move along. So during this time, I got closer to my sisters too. And that really helped me too, like, and just like a few friends, just Instagram, social media. Like, sometimes social media can be very negative for you, but you can find really positive people on social media as well. You can find empowered women like Jess.
Thank you.
But yeah, you find other people, and just these little things, like just a little comment that they will tell you, just a little message that they will send you will change everything. So what I'm saying is, yes, you have the fitness, yes, you have to find your passion, yes, you have to work yourself. Like, you have to, if you have to write down like what you want to change about yourself, what you want to work on, like what you want to improve, you do it. Like, there is so many things you can read, you can do like the podcast. And yeah.
Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Hey Valley, she says Fatou, she says your name with some hearts. Hey Rick, welcome to all of you. Love it. Okay, so we were talking about other ways to transform your mindset. And as I was saying earlier, it's daily work. It's not like you'll do one podcast and this is it, or you'll do a weekend of transformation. No, it's a daily work, week after week after week after week. It takes work. Like anything in life, I'm sure I'm not sharing something new today. And so podcast, reading, journaling, taking a warm bath, there's, inside of yourself what you love to do and what makes you feel good. Just do it. My call to action today, I started taking baths for 2 days now. I'm usually not the bath type lady, but again, in the podcast by Mel Robbins, she was sharing how we have this nerve, the longest nerve. I can't remember the name of it, but it really helps with stress. And taking a warm bath, because the nerve gets soaked in the warm water, relieves stress right away. So I'm like, why am I not doing that? Like, who needs to stress relief? Everybody, right? Everybody. So everybody. And I started taking bath with the candle and with my book, and I read a story, and it's just like, wow, it feels so good. So my call to action today, do something that will make you feel good. Even if it's 5 minutes of a meditation, it's just 5 minutes of your day. And we're talking about today how right now this minute passing by is not coming back. It's not, right? Hello, Siglin, welcome. I'm loving that everybody's watching. Oh my God. All right, so let's start wrapping up the call. I'm going to share the 2 quotes that I picked for today, and I'm going to let you close off with whatever thoughts that is on your mind. And so I picked today, passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. Do I need to read it again? Or is good? Okay, passion is energy. Woo! Energy. Sending you energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. Exactly what I just talked about. And that's Oprah Winfrey. I love Oprah.
I love her too. I love her
too. The second quote is, the only thing you ever have is now. And that's Star Tolley. Wow. Like, I wrote these yesterday. And I just shared all of that, and it just in alignment with the whole conversation. So I'm always so grateful, so grateful. Shirley says, how interesting. I didn't know that I'm going to take baths more often. You see? I love this. I love this. All right, let me hear from you. No, before that, what is the best way to follow you, to know more about you, to know about your business? What is the best way?
Well, you can go on my Instagram. It's linked my business and my personal Instagram. So it's basically, if you go at Ms. Fatou.s, you'll also find the link, the website link, and also my Instagram page for my business. Also, ladies, if you know a woman who suffer from cancer or any disease basically that gives you alopecia, feel free to message me. I know, like, sometimes when people talk about it in Facebook, they would tag my name. So I'm really open to that, because I'm trying to give more this year. This 2021 would be a year that I really want to do more for the community suffering from cancer. So so message me if you know someone who you know cannot afford a wig, because let's be honest, it's expensive. So I'm here.
Woo, good to know. Good to know. So every time, what I do every week is, when I post this video in my Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB Facebook group, is where you can all find my other episodes. Under that, in the comment section, Fatou will go post her Instagram link. So then you can just click on there and go. I mean, without the business aspect, you want to follow Fatou because of the fitness and the travel. So including the business, go and follow her. It makes me think, where is going to be your next travel destination when we can, like, go freely anywhere?
I don't know. I felt so bad on my last trip, you know, like it's kind of taboo when you're traveling at this time. And it's true. Like I saw some people traveling who were not taking their precautions, and who completely disregard the restriction, who are not doing their quarantine. I know I do. I know when I travel during this time, I go to places that, you know, they do not have much people, like very secure. Like when I went to Maldives, people were asking me, girl, is there anybody else? Because they couldn't see any other travelers.
Right.
But yeah, we kind of choose, you know, safe destination where the COVID cases are low, where we know, like, if anything happened, we're insured. Like we kind of plan for that. Right. But the last one, some people were not quite happy because the media made a huge deal lately about travelers. So now I'm kind of like, you know, like you have this fear. I have to work on that, the fear of judgment. So I'm like, God knows if I'm gonna travel anytime soon. Of course, I'm saying, like that's my passion, and I'm being safe about it. But I don't know, Jess. I don't know where I'm gonna go.
Well, I was told earlier today by Jahera, I don't know if she's still watching live, but I'll have her watch the replay. She told me this morning, Jess, one advice I can give you today is don't let nobody, like nobody, not even your spouse, not even your kids, nobody tell you you shouldn't go ahead with something that you want to do in your life. And if it makes you happy, just go ahead. Because at the end of the day, pandemic or not, travel or not, people are always going to have judgments, right? So you know in your heart that you're taking all the precautions, you're traveling to destinations, whatever you're doing, you know in your heart that it's right. Just keep doing it. And I'm going to send you the message that you told us today. We're not getting this time. We're not. So, hello, might as well go travel anywhere, anytime, because we're off work, right? So just go ahead and do it, girl.
Just do it. Do it already.
Shirley says, love me some Oprah. Hey, Marie. Peely says, yes, do for you. Yes. This is not me closing off the call. It's supposed to be you, but
I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. Yeah.
So you didn't answer my question. Where are you gonna travel next? Okay, let's put away like everybody's judgment. Like where would be your best
next destination?
Yeah.
We're thinking maybe Dubai.
Have you been?
Mauritius Islands. That would be my where I would go, but we'll see. Or maybe you're just gonna hear like I was saying, you know what? Let's just sell everything and get that.
Right? And we'll go visit you.
I won't.
We'll go visit you.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. You're welcome anytime. I'm going back to Senegal. I'm going back to my country.
Hey, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Hello, Marie-Claude. Welcome. All right. So do you want to say anything else that's on your heart, that's on your mind? People watching need that empowerment, need that positive in their life, or any advice you want to say, anything you want to say to close off?
Sure. I would say going back to mindset. Whatever your lady is going through, just remember one thing is that what you tell yourself every day will either lift you up or tear you down. So be kind to yourself, whatever it is, whatever hardship, just be kind to yourself and remember the power of positivity. You read The Secret, right?
Oh my God, yeah. Of course.
Couldn't be more accurate. So just project whatever it is, the craziest idea, just project it in the universe and believe it. That's what I would say.
Oh my God, love it. Hey Naz, Shirley said, Peely says amen, and Shirley says the praising hands. Oh, I love you ladies. Thank you for being there and watching and interacting with us. I cannot say anything better than what you just said. I can just add, take action. Being kind to yourself. What does that mean in action? Today, my call to action, do something that you love. And doing something you love can be 5 minutes of meditation, taking a bath. That's being kind to yourself, right? Peely says, thank you so much for sharing, Fatou. I love you both. And Naz says, perfect message. You'll have to go back and watch the whole episode if you're just joining now, because it was great conversation. Again, I'm having these conversations with flight attendants, my fellow colleagues, family, Air Canada family for the next 9 weeks, anyways, until March. So join us every week. Next week, yes, special announcement. I'm changing the time. The time of my Facebook Live will be 12. It's not going to be 3 p.m. It's going to be 12, so we can have lunch together and have a conversation. And I'm going to have these conversations every week with amazing people. So thank you all for joining today. If you're watching replay, going to type replay, share what you enjoyed about this conversation, share this message with the people that you love and care about. Join the group, Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB, where you can find all the episodes. I'll be back next week. I love all of you. Thank you, Miss Fatou. You are an inspiration. I will keep following you on Instagram for the fitness and the travel, but who you are looking at life in a positive way, even though the hardships, and, you know, living your great life, you know. So thank you for being who you are and sharing that with all of us.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! Bye, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Bye.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please share with the people that you love and care about. Jessica DSB.